My house is filled with shama
On
poka.
the note of insects,
I never
we are
saw
going
one
to
ever.
Africa. Okay, on the note of insects, we are going to Africa, which is a land which has lots of wild animals and biodiversity is there. So we are going to learn about this continent and continue and end our Diwali Adda here. And we'll continue once again after we meet from Diwali. Okay, one thing I would say is during the break, I'm not giving you anything to study as such because even after Diwali, you will have time to prepare civics. It's a revision, revise civics. One thing, if you get time, practice a little bit of map reading, atlas reading from Africa. Africa in your book also, the atlas that is the map that is given me, page number 93. This is a good map. This also you can see, and you can also go through a little bit of atlas, the study part whenever you get time, because after Diwali in geography, for soon you will have an atlas reading test, and then the tests will follow one by one. And in the meantime, you please go on doing the project whenever you get time. We are not hurrying with the project. You have enough time to do the project, but please go ahead with the project. Now, in geography, as who is Priyanjana Chakraborty? Who is Priyanjana Chakraborty? Let me admit and then let me ask. Who is Priyanjana Chakraborty? Okay, so that person is still joining. That person is still joining if rename is needed. Now, last day we learned about Africa's, the main part of Africa, that is the location. So we know where Africa is located. Okay, now we are going to mainly start with the broad physical divisions. The entire landscape of Africa. Okay, let me share the map that I have found for teaching. I have opened a few maps.
Ma'am, that person has joined.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. And that
is Priyanjana.
She has also left.
She has joined and she has left. This is the point.
I think she has joined by mistake.
Hello, who is Priyanjana still here? No, I cannot see her right away.
No, ma'am,
is it
not
Srijoni? Srijoni, was that you?
No, ma'am. She
was there.
No, sometimes renames herself as Dalia Chakraborty.
Yeah, Dalia Chakraborty. That is what I know. Anyway,
and it is the parents herself. It is her mom's name.
This is one thing. Okay. Hopefully, if you see something, children, let me know. Now, coming to the physical map of Africa, if you see, children, in Africa, the first thing that I told you, it's mainly a plateau region. You know, most part of Africa is a plateau which is cut by quite a few rivers. Okay, the part of Africa that is higher in elevation is the eastern side. The eastern side of Africa is higher, and the land is sloping from east to west. Yes?
Ma'am, I am Rudraksh.
Yes, Rudraksh, tell.
Ma'am, I was telling that today at the history class, you have told that this class will be from the 2 o'clock.
No, I said 12:50.
Oh.
Did I?
You will take this class.
Okay. No problem. As it is, I'm recording. Don't worry. I said from 12:50, and I'm just, I'm telling. I was waiting for most people to join. So whoever joined, you follow from.
You started the class from 12:50.
Diwali session. What?
You started the class from 12:50.
I actually started at 12:55 because I thought mostly people will forget. So that
yes, ma'am. I also forgot actually.
I knew it. Oh, nobody drinks Bonvita at home.
I was seeing a YouTube video and trying.
See? Okay. Now, the eastern side of Africa is higher in elevation. Okay, it has a higher elevation, and the land is sloping from east to west. In the east, if you look, can you see here, south of Red Sea?
Ethiopian Highlands.
It is the Ethiopian Highlands. Have you heard of the country called Ethiopia?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
From where the first human fossils were found.
It is located here. So it is the Ethiopian Highlands. If you will see this, wherever there is the word highland noted, you must know that these are regions which are basically plateau regions. They are not mountains. So we are not terming them as mountains. They are not as high as mountains, but they are not plain flat lands which has low elevation. They are plateaus. So Ethiopian Highlands being on this side, this pointed horn type of thing, this is a peninsula of Africa. In this peninsula region, so you will find the Ethiopian Highlands. From this side, the land slopes down. From east, it is sloping down towards the west. And in the west, when it comes to the west, there is a sharp downbend. It comes down. There's a small, narrow plain land, which is known as the coastal plains on this side. On this side, there is a narrow coastal plain, after which it is meeting the Atlantic Ocean. It is meeting the Atlantic Ocean. Now, you can note down this one, that the Ethiopian Highlands in the northeast are the most extensive mountain regions in Africa. These has plateaus and some high peaks are there. Some of the peaks in the Ethiopian Highland region are of volcanic origin. So there's a plate boundary here for which these highlands have some mountain peaks which are of volcanic origin. Okay, so this is one thing. And it is in this region of Africa. In your book, can you all see where is Mount Kilimanjaro? Have you heard about this mountain? It's quite famous.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
Kenya. In Kenya.
It's the tallest mountain of Africa.
Mount
It is the
Kilimanjaro.
highest mountain.
Highest.
Right, tallest in the
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Something.
What?
Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania.
What?
Where is the sound coming from?
Where is the sound coming from? Even my question.
YouTube video sound. I cannot understand. Where is it coming from? I only heard it now.
And it is
Yes, ma'am. The sound
Yes,
effects.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's a video.
All the video.
But I have no video switched on. My tabs are not related to any, none of them are video.
Somebody else was
This one is going on somewhere. I can hear it. Still.
Someone's background children, please.
You both have music.
Someone is listening to Sapro animation. I know that. That is a Sapro. Either Ayush animation.
It is on now. Nothing is going on. See, you see.
Not going on. I'm muting you all. If needed, then only unmute. Then there'll be no sound. And whoever is watching something else, it's my request. Please don't do so. Otherwise, you are only going to miss out on few information. Okay. Now, see here. Can you see here where is Mount Kilimanjaro? Can you see here? Can I get this map a little bit bigger? Yes.
Ma'am is Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania or in Kenya?
Mount Kilimanjaro.
Tanzania.
It will be actually, this map is not showing the names, but in here it's with the names. So if you look here, can you see the countries of Africa? Can you see which country is this? Absolutely in the corner. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
This country is Somalia. This country is Somalia. Then is Kenya. Then just at the Kenya border, if you cross the Kenya border,
then it is shared by Kenya and
Tanzania. Can you just see just beside the Kenya border? I tried zooming it, but then it is not, the labelings are not coming. If you just
showing the same map.
What?
You're showing the same map.
Yes, this map. I clicked this map only to see if the labelings are coming, but see here the labelings are not coming. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. It is in Tanzania only.
And the whole
Ma'am, it is in Tanzania only.
When did the labeling come?
is
I
just
was
in
showing
the border.
Kilimanjaro only. I was showing Kilimanjaro only. See, in this month, the labelings are not coming. That is why I closed it. This map has all the labelings. If you can see, this is
Ma'am, I have checked in Google Earth.
if you can.
Ma'am, I have seen it. It is in
Subhana,
Tanzania. It is in
you are very
Tanzania.
loud. Okay. So this is Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest peak of Africa. Now, if I ask you that, Mount Kilimanjaro is just below the equator. If you can see, this is the equator. It is just below the equator. Now, technically, it is in the torrid zone. And that also close to the equator means in a very hot region. But still, this mountain has a snow-covered peak. If I ask you, give reason why. This is a very good, these type of application questions, children class 10s are having their exams. So these are the application type questions.
Ma'am, high altitude.
High altitude. Very good. High altitude.
I was thinking that one.
No, what will you give as the high altitude is an incomplete answer. How will you complete your answer? You have read atmosphere. Tell me.
Normal lapse rate,
It is proven that every 165 meter quantity centigrade. So, to the height.
True, absolutely good. Those children who are able to relate, that is how you need to relate and study. So what is the main thing? That normal lapse rate tells us that in the troposphere, with every 165 meters of height, there is 1 degree Celsius fall in temperature. 165 meters height, 1 degree drop in temperature. That is why places having higher altitude are cooler, while places in lower altitude are warmer. Now you have to mention how to write a complete answer. Now you will mention Mount Kilimanjaro is 5,895 meters high. So having such a high altitude has resulted its peak being covered in snow. So this is a complete answer. I am telling you this because I have corrected around 6-7 of your geography copies. Just started with geography. I'm going around with lots of corrections now. Till Diwali, a little bit of haphazardness will be there. While 6-7 copies I corrected, many of you in that answer, that what are the conditions required for generating electricity using hydel, using water. Many of you wrote you need a dam, or some of you wrote you need some of you wrote that the condition for generating electricity is that there should be a turbine and a dam. So what is the dam giving you? What is the condition?
High altitude.
Yes, you have to write this. There are 2 conditions. One is the water must be falling from a height. The water must be falling from high altitude. If it is falling from a great height, then
I know that
it
will have more force. The water will have more force.
It will have more force. Very good. The water will fall with greater force, and that force will rotate the turbines. And the second thing that I wanted to, you can write it together also, you can write it, separately also. The second thing, the condition is that the water should be swift flowing. There is a word called swift flowing rivers. You can write fast flowing. Even if you write, it should be moving with a good speed. There should be speed in the water. Means it should not be a very sluggish, slow or stagnant water. If the water is standing, if the water is stagnant, then there will be no generation of hydel power. For hydropower, for electricity to be generated from water, you need water falling from a great height, because that adds to the force. It falls with a great force in case of dams, in case of waterfalls. That is why they are ideal locations. And the water should be moving. It should not be that the water is a standing water body or very slow. Like in the mouth of a river, the water is very slow. So at the mouth of a river, you can never generate hydroelectricity.
Ma'am, will you hear my point? The water falling from the dam must fall at a very high speed so that the water will be able to rotate the turbine. This is why dams are built as a tall structure. Is this a correct point?
This is correct, but this also needs to be another thing, that the water must be flowing with a good speed.
I have written at a high speed.
Then that is perfect. High speed and falling from a good height. These are the two conditions.
Water falling of high dam is why dams are built higher.
Absolutely. Dams are high. Dams provide that. Waterfalls provide that. So natural or artificial, we are doing this. In the same way, for this give reason answer, you will write about the normal lapse rate, and that in the troposphere with height, temperature decreases. Then you will write, now Mount Kilimanjaro is 5,895. Very important, you mention the height. Meters high. That is why, in spite of being located very close to the equator, it is still snow covered. It's a very favorite question of mine, Devalti ma'ams and all. We might, if you ever have summatives, we can give this to you as a question. So remember.
And you know a fact, ma'am, these big mountains each year when they rise, they are getting more high and high.
They are getting more high and high in the
yes, the Himalayas also rise.
Young-fold mountain.
Can you repeat the question once?
Oh, I said in spite of being located so close to the equator, why is Mount Kilimanjaro still snow covered? Or why is the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro still snow covered? It should be in the, or it can be like this, that in spite of being in the torrid zone, why is it still covered with snow?
This is your favorite question.
Understood. So anyway I ask it, you have to answer. Yes, Aditya, what were you saying?
You said this is a favorite question.
Oh, this is my favorite question. I'll not say favorite, but this is a good question. Something that can confuse people. So I like sometimes confusing you all. That is one thing. Next,
there is another famous mountain range called the Mount Atlas, which is not included in
this is the Atlas mountain ranges are there on the north. Absolutely. Atlas ranges are also there. So we'll come to the Atlas ranges. If you see it this way now, two things that you need to know. One is for Africa, the east is higher and the west is, what should I say, lower in elevation. So you will find rivers like Congo and all starting in the eastern side and flowing towards the west. If the river Congo and the country Congo was actually called Zaire in the past. The country Congo was called Zaire in the Zaire basin. DRC. Yes, Zaire, Zambezi, these are rivers. But I'll look for this answer, if the country was called Zaire or not. And I will tell you this answer. Okay. Now, if I ask this because Shubhaya, on 1 minute, let me finish. If you cut in between, then I'll not finish the point that I'm saying. See, this is another thing. If I ask you why is rivers like Congo flowing towards the west or flowing towards the Atlantic, then also you can answer it this way. Since Africa is, the eastern part of Africa is higher in elevation than the west, and do mention the land slopes from east to west. That is, it is like this. Eastern side is higher, western side is lower. So
can you repeat the question?
Why rivers like Congo flow towards the west or flow towards the Atlantic and not the Indian Ocean? If I ask you like this, these are application based. So you can always see this, that, Africa being a plateau, the eastern side of Africa is higher in elevation and the west is lower. So the land is sloping from, if this is east, this is west. So land is sloping from east to west. That is why the river is flowing from the highland to lowland. Water always flows from highland to lowland. So that is how Congo and all rivers are going towards the Atlantic. What?
Why rivers like Congo flows towards east?
Why river? I still did not get the question.
Why river like Congo flows towards east?
Flows towards the west, towards the Atlantic. rivers are flowing towards the west. Basically, wait, just 1 minute. Okay, can you see my whiteboard now? Yeah, so what
Yes,
is happening? The eastern side is higher. Okay, so you have the Ethiopian highlands and some mountain high peaks like Kilimanjaro, and the land is coming down towards the west. And it comes down, there is a short coastal plain, and then the sea starts. So this is the eastern side of Africa with the Ethiopian highlands and all. This is the western side of Africa. The land is sloping from east to west. Hence, rivers always start in the highland and flows towards the lowland. So these rivers cut through the plateau, starting like Congo. They flow from the east, come towards the west. There's a small coastal plain and then meets the Atlantic Ocean. They flow, the rivers like Congo, they are mainly flowing towards the Atlantic Ocean. In the same way, if you note, there is one more thing that you can note in the map of Africa. The southern part is a little higher from the middle, the southern part is a little higher and it is sloping towards the north. South is high, the land is sloping towards the north. Hence, you have rivers like Nile, the Nile River, which is starting in the middle and it is flowing towards the north, towards the Mediterranean Sea. Why? Because south is higher. Always remember, river water will flow from high ground to low ground, from highland to lowland. The water cannot start from lowland and go up. The water cannot climb up a mountain or a highland. Water will always flow down. So the south of Africa is a higher land. You have a mountain range in that region that is called as the Drakensberg Mountain. Do you know this? If you look into your map in the book, can you see Drakensberg Mountain here, like a moon?
Yes,
ma'am. Mount Drakensberg here, you will see just beside there's a river called Orange River. So just beside Orange River, you can see the southern part. From the south, the middle part is a little higher. The middle part is a little higher and the land is going down towards, the north. It is coming down. Then you have the desert region and it's slowly merging with Mediterranean. Here, this is why the Nile River is starting in the middle part of Africa. And since the land is sloping northward, the Nile River is flowing down, northward, going towards Mediterranean. From the middle, it is starting, with the flow of the land, the Nile River is flowing northward, crossing the Sahara and meeting the Mediterranean Sea. Am I clear?
Yes,
ma'am.
Now, along with that, in the northwestern part of Africa, you have some parallel ranges, which is the Atlas Mountain Ranges. If you look here, these are broken parallel ranges. You will see the Atlas Mountain Ranges northwest of Sahara. So northwest of Sahara, you have these mountains which are known as the Atlas Mountain Ranges, and they are at the quite a border area of the Mediterranean Sea. So the northwest is high, east is higher than the west. So northwest, east and middle and south is a little higher and it is sloping down towards the north. Most of Africa is a little highland, which is a plateau, most of Africa. That is why so many mineral deposits are found there, because mountains and plateaus are basically made up of rocks and rocks are made up of minerals. This is from your class 6 study. Yes, Shubhaya.
Will we rejoin the class again because it is showing 1 minute left?
No, that is all right. I will continue next day. 1 minute, 23 seconds. One more thing I can say. Okay, now 1 minute, 15 seconds. One more thing I would like to say. That is, now as I said, that the land is sloping from west to east. So the land is coming down. Now on the eastern corner, eastern edge, okay, you will see the lowland plains are found in the northern western part of the continent. Sorry, not eastern, the western corner. The west, that is, I'll tell you, this side, absolutely this side, just beside the Atlantic. This corner where this is highland on the east, it is coming down towards the west. Just before meeting the sea, there is a small plain land, narrow plain, which is known as the coastal plain. But this coastal plain is not very, very, it is not very broad. It is not very broad. Can anybody tell me why do you think so? Why do you think that can happen? Any idea? Okay, so this happens because the plateau at the east, at the west,